So I thought we'd have to wait another month for all of this DC news to get dropped, but live action Zatanna movie, a Constantine remake, and now Justice League? Okay. What is up, Flick fans? Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we do reviews, talk about streaming services, but I also like to talk about news. Now, I can't confirm any of this. As always, I'm not breaking the news, I'm just talking about it, but there is a rumor. That's what I'll qualify it for now, going around online, because this hasn't been confirmed by anyone, and there are some people saying, it's bogus. I don't know if I should believe it, but if this is to be believed, we're going to go that route for this video, but I want to talk about the fact that we could see a new live-action Justice League on screen in the next few years. When's it coming? We don't know. Who's involved? We have no clue. But according to Jeremy Conrad over on Twitter, on DCEUMythic.com, a live-action Justice League Rebirth movie is in development for Warner Brothers. This comes just in time for all of the speculation to come before the DC Fandom event. And like I mentioned at the beginning, we have had a lot of rumors. Now, the Michael Keaton news, that was picked up by almost everyone. So we can basically say, okay, Michael Keaton's up for the role. Is he going to sign on? We don't know. But in terms of Justice League, I want to talk about this report here for just a second and what the word is online, whether this is to be believed or not. But let's start with the actual news. So the Snyder Cut stuff came out, and fans were super excited because we're finally going to see a good version of that movie, but we know we're most likely not going to see a sequel. Now, that's unfortunate for fans of Zack Snyder, but DC is moving in a different direction, even though they still have Aquaman, Wonder Woman. The Henry Cavill stuff is still floating around on the internet, but what is Justice League Rebirth? According to this report, it is separate from the Snyder Cut, not a continuation of that story, and it would not be surprising at all if DC was to approach someone like J.J. Abrams to direct. Awesome, why J.J. Abrams? Well, J.J. recently signed a massive contract with Warner Brothers, and as soon as he did that, there was speculation, is he going towards a DC project? Could it be Superman? Could it be this? Could it be that? Well, what better to suit J.J.'s skills than this grand-scale, huge live-action movie? That would be Justice League Rebirth. And obviously, after tackling Star Trek, Star Wars, had his highs and lows within those franchises, this would be the perfect pairing, according to this article, and I actually think it would work out pretty well. Also, coming back to the validity of all of this, we do have other pages on Twitter picking this up and talking about it, retweeting the article, so that's a good sign. And then we have David Ayer, the director of the first Suicide Squad, tweeting out this. Now, what does this mean? We see some fire emojis. Normally, that's good. I assume that's Wonder Woman doing her thing, but that could also be, nuh-uh, staying away from this garbage. So we have some people in the comments of that saying, it's bad, it's good. Then Jeremy Conrad actually retweeted David Ayer, so it seems to be a good thing. Could this also mean David Ayer is up for direct? I doubt it. He's probably just commenting his thoughts, but this is an interesting back and forth. Go over on Twitter. Check it all out. And then you have the title of Rebirth. This hints at a resurrection of Justice League and a reboot of the franchise of sorts, which is something that, again, JJ has a lot of experience with. So, Austin, why are you talking about JJ Abrams so much? Well, that's kind of the crux of what this article is, talking about who could possibly get in line to direct it, who could possibly write it, but we do know that this is now an idea floating around online. But let's talk about the fact that this is now a separate thing from the universe that they have going. What does this mean? Does that mean they'll have a new Wonder Woman, a new Aquaman? From what this is saying, and using the word reboot, it looks as if we will have a new everything, right? Members of the Justice League separate. Now, how is this possibly going to get set up? Are fans going to have to be worried? Oh, no, now we have two versions of the Flash, two versions of Aquaman. Are they going to use Flashpoint to do this, right? Create multiple universes because of Michael Keaton's Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman? Or is Robert Pattinson's Batman going to be separate entirely? Well, if they're doing sort of a refresh, right, a fresh take on the Justice League world, I think Robert Pattinson's Batman personally would be the perfect route to start that in that world. But then again, Matt Reeves has most likely been tackling this world as a standalone thing. So it starts to get confusing and convoluted. Could we add another Batman to the mix? Or Could this be Michael Keaton's world? And could, say, Batman Beyond come in and be the Batman of this Justice League? I don't think so. In my opinion, this is going to be an entirely separate thing from anything they've built up thus far, and it's going to be reminiscent of what George Miller's Justice League was longer than that, a few years back when he was working on that, an entirely random cast of random characters, already established heroes in their universes. We just kind of pick up with them joining and creating the Justice League, kind of like the Justice League animated show did, right? They had the original episode, the pilot, where they all come together and we see, oh, there's the Flash, there's Green Lantern, there's Batman. They're all doing their own things. They come together and join to make the Justice League. I think that would be the best route. And then obviously with the title Justice League Rebirth, they're going to have to somewhat structure this after the Rebirth comic that came out a few years ago, Justice League Rebirth. Could they go that route and add some new members to the cast, not just your standard, okay, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Obviously we have the Flash and Aquaman in there. No, we have some new characters joining the mix. So I think that could be interesting. Regardless, it looks, from what they're saying, as if there could be a new live-action Justice League in the works. Now, my question that I pose to you all, does this feel like something that could get a bit convoluted? Not necessarily to us as comic book fans, because we're the same way with comics. We read multiple versions of multiple different characters. It's not necessarily confusing to me, but for a general audience that's just used to one or two Batman at most, I mean, obviously they've had some training with the multiple incarnations of Batman and Spider-Man over the years. Is this something that's going to be too confusing for them? I need to know your thoughts down below. If this turns out to be true, how do you all think it's going to go down? What characters are going to be included? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoy these news updates, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, and let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm going to be patient. All will be revealed with the DC Fandom event, and it's either going to be really exciting or everyone's going to be left saying, where's the Justice League announcement? Where's the Constantine announcement? All of these rumors flying around. We'll just have to see which route it goes. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll see you soon.